Which one are we on? Okay, we're right here. Okay, good morning, everyone. Good late morning one. How did they, you know what, this Billy? How can Billy be bullish? My name is Mike V. Most people know me as Mike V from TradeGATEHub. Let's get right to it. You know what I mean? Billy bullish call. Billy today was one of my biggest losers. You know what? It had bullish calls yesterday. Billy. All right. What am I supposed to do with things? The last 2 days, Billy had Z bearish. Hold on a second, Z. Let me short 400Z, 5286. How you doing? All right, let's look at this Billy. Calls yesterday too. All right, so I'm taking the Billy, like it's an actual. All right, looked good, okay yesterday. I'm going with Baba because Baba looked good. I mean, until yesterday or until today, I should say. Okay, so I'm going with Billy. So I take like 12,000 Billy. Right, it's not going to break me. You know what I mean? It had the whatever, the doji, the island, whatever you call it, type of reversal. I get it. First day up doesn't make reversal. I get it. Bob, the best of breed, was going. I took it, and no, really, I could have traded a bazillion China stocks. PDD buried me, or buried people. Still acting well. Buying a dip PDD. Only ones I would buy are Baba and PDD. Even Baidu, they're saying is ridiculously cheap, but price action trumps sentiment. I'm not an analyst. Who's saying? Who is they? I mean, with in TradeGATEHub here, let's get to the nitty gritty. Nitty gritty. Oh God, I'm getting old. I'm using words like nitty gritty. I really am. That's horrible. All right. Who's they? They are people on TradeGATEHub. Start this morning. I get distracted. On my second to last post last night. Do the math. 20 hours ago. I also DXC weekly's seeing some interest. They're not seeing an interest now, but first of all, let me get the DXCM weekly seeing interest. You know, that's a turnaround story. I don't think you're going to be, you're not going to pull a V shape here. Nobody's going to say, oh, wrong failure and then a right failure. So it's going to take some time. DXC weeklies seeing some interest. You want to buy like this DXCM weeklies, do your own due diligence. I'm not in it, but a stock like this, when you look at weeklies, you want to go probably, I would go at 10%, 75 weekly, 75 maybe till BioLand usually takes a big, Bio's usually going December. Boom. Right here, end of the December, end of the year, 20,000. So I'd go, yeah, that's what I'm talking. So also, my point before the DXCM is this. Second to last post, ton of bearish silver flow. What did silver do? Silver bearish flow. All right, that might be more of an indication about maybe how the number came in that it came in today, or I don't really think taking a ton of bearish silver flow is really a hedge on anything. There's so many things to hedge with, but you know what? A lot of stocks acted poorly today, except GFI. GFI does a complete opposite. AEM still hanging in there, even with GLD. Actually, GLD, that's a weekly. No wonder. Let's see what the hell's going on here. Apologize. Silver. It's up to you. AEM. Newmont. Silver. Still taking bearish calls. I don't know why. AGQ I sold yesterday. Was that right? What do you got to do? All right, AGQ. So keep that in mind. There might have been more of what was, maybe they were front running some sort of number or positioning. I note that I'm trying to do less is better, more macro calls. Not everybody can follow. Not everybody can follow IoT, but they should. IoT. No, the stock's going higher without you, Mr. Jones. I love this thing. IoT. This is what you want to see. A move up in consolidation. Stock's going higher. IoT. What else do we have? Let's look at other stocks that are active, that are actually try, with this, everybody trying to, not everybody, people giving levels on where to buy futures predicated upon whatever type of sectors they are. And again, you know what I mean? I'm looking at things like this. Starbucks, gave it all back. I'm a buyer on it. This CMG, I did a lot of this is an interesting story about this, how the CMG guy went to Starbucks. I'm a buyer on Starbucks because you know what? This guy did this when he came in CMG. brought the stock to like 40 to 400. It's split. Trust me, many times. So this Starbucks, man. I mean, you had what was his name? Levin? Howard Schultz. The guy was the previous president actually made a run for presidency of the United States. And this guy, and he made a difference. This guy, forget about it. I'm a buyer on Starbucks and all pullbacks. I'm not kidding you. The levels of, you know what? This is what I'm going to do on Starbucks. I'm not going to catch this correctly. It's going to be a bill. So instead of tying up a lot of capital on a $92 stock, thank God I don't have a capital issue. I'm not superstitious. Don't have to knock on wood. Never was. I would go into these calls. I would go into calls because it is going to be made. Obviously, it popped on what he can do going forward. A little stretched, but I'm going to buy some calls. I'm going out the year calls, and I'm going to do them slowly, intermittently. I'm going to build a position in. You know what I mean? $92 stock. I'm more prone to. Obviously, with options, you're prone to deteriorating value. But Starbucks is going to start building and get in. H really going through crude. You know what I like H? Him. He's sticking to what he knows. It's a busy room. You're not going to, like I say all the time, you're not going to be short of financial instruments or what to know with trade in TradeGATEHub. We have high level opinions, coach, crude, H. You watch his crude now in gold. I appreciate that. He seems like he stopped a little bit on the forex, and that's fine. Listen, everybody wants to be a specialist. You know, the specific brain surgeon makes a lot more than a general practitioner. Be a specialist, trust me. DXCM. Let's start today. Top performing ETFs yesterday. You don't want to see a guy? Brad Schultz. This guy. You want to see about stocks that go in sectors together? Follow this. Brad Schultz doesn't really trade that much. Actually, I don't really know that because I don't really follow him that much. But I know this, that if you go category overview of stocks I trade, maybe if you don't trade it, but this clean energy. All right, so run smart Fizzler, go together. You see my screen, I have stocks grouped together. If you're not familiar with stocks that I say best of breed or ancillary stocks or the dog of the group, go to Brad. He knows, I do too, but I can't catch everything. But biopharma, let's look at consumers. Dual Tesla, well, you know what, consumer, I wouldn't know that. Materials, let's get into this a bit more specific. I don't think Tesla is actually in with, did I see Hanes brands? Consumer. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call Tesla with Hanes brands that makes t-shirts. HBI makes Hanes. Onion, and I don't know if Tesla. Let's go to another healthcare, same. Good guy to know, trust me. And you learn that way. It's a high frame of reference. Okay, what else are we doing here? TGH, always upgrades, downgrades, price target CMG. I shorted that one. Let me talk about that as well. I also want to talk about stocks that I keep going on tangents. They're actually held or had some sort of resistance that were stretched that actually look like they're gaining more momentum as you speak, or the sentiment, the overbought sentiment is starting to wash off. Planeteer, one of them. What about this one? Shopify. All right, 0 to hero. Now the 200. Now everybody played the 200-day resistance. I get it. You know what I mean? It rallied. There's the double top, the gap, everything you have to want to initiate a short, at least for a trade. Except that it's at the 200. They're pulled back again, got everybody out. Shopify, and the APP stock that printed 57 after earnings. I brought it up on yesterday's video. Watch it. It's $57, went right to 84. IoT, we need no introduction, sitting there. So those are examples of stocks that are seemingly, and good ones, and I'm talking about growth stocks that seemingly look overbought that actually aren't giving up that much. Getting back to what brought me to that idea was Chipotle. I'm in the short right now. Let's keep going. Great job, Surfs Up, always giving upgrades, downgrades. Wall Street Research actually does a better job than me. And that's the point, because I can concentrate more on charting and giving good ideas. Not that Surfs Up doesn't. Matter of fact, he gave me a Surf stock before. ALLT. Doesn't look bad. The only reason why I'm mad at Surfs Up is he knows that I'm trying to stay away from these $3 stocks. And he's like dragging me out for more cocktails when my wife's going to get mad at me when I should be going home. Doesn't really get mad at me. Is the time you got to call it. Good call. Iova, another one in the surf's up list. I get it. Looking at the right kind of stocks. I told him the other day, those are the time. It's like, oh, ALB. I don't even want to look at ALB. ALB, I tried the bottom. I'm in it. Small. Bought it today. CMG, Starbucks, IWM, upgrades, downgrades. Good rule. This is beautiful. And you know what? Freaking beautiful. Who applied this? The sharp guys, Hammond and Henry Z. I'm not even sure if both guys go to equities, but you know what? They know a good stat when they see it. Percentage of NASDAQ 100 stocks, about 100 stocks. I mean, we're not talking about IoT. I don't think IoT is in the NASDAQ 100. A good stat to know all in general. It's like not running with scissors, even though if you might not have a pair of scissors, you still got to know it. Percentage of NASDAQ 100 stocks above their 50-day, risk on, risk off when it goes right there. It's beautiful. That's a good stat. Doesn't mean it's the Bible. It's a high frame of reference. And you know what? You can also use the other saying that I use. If risk on is over and it's overdone, and a lot of things they do get overdone sometimes. It's also a good stat to know. Great post. This is a good post. Boy, I love that post. CPI came in today. Look at this. Traders helping traders. And this is really, really what I would like. It's, traders, there are a lot of chat rooms, if you will. I don't want to call us a chat room. I want to call us maybe we have a lot of things coming up. Matter of fact, we have I'm doing a TradeView presentation with SERPSUP and the rest of the TGH team to the firm TradeView Markets, our parent company, who, by the way, has lowest commissions, tightest spreads, and award-winning service. Is that how we're going to get TradeGATEHub better in the future? For lack of a better term, I'm not over promising, but the content is good in terms of the people, but in terms of the amenities, I don't think we have even gotten started yet, but I'll keep it here. But this is what I want to see. Mickey and Ham, too long. Mick, way to go. They've been honored to advise you. Just it's good stuff, man. You know what I mean? Traders, I want everybody, sign in here. It's not all about ANAB or XP. Look at this Kellogg, the former Kellogg, Kellanova. There you go. That tells you this where the smoke, there's fire. Another cheesy cliche. Bottom line is this: volume, price action. Look what it's doing against the market. Volume, and believe me, it did have some calls. Got taken over last night. You want to be a wise? It did. Killing over the Mars bars. M&M's bought Kellogg, the former Kellogg. So M&M's bought shredded wheat. Basically, Kellogg. Good post by Surf's Up. Always knowing what's up. XP, Cardinal, Sphere, big cap movers in the market. EAT was down 15%. I can't believe this. And it's at the high. That's how strong the market is. You know what also told you yesterday how the market is? Look at EAT. What's it on? It's still open. It's still down 12, but it is at the high. Another cue. Go to yesterday's video. Home Depot. Okay. Earnings last night. Kramer even said it was down $15 at one point. Home Depot. Let's go to 5-minute chart. So coach doesn't have get upset that I'm using a 2-minute chart. He's right. 4:30. Home Depot yesterday morning. Traded some volume. Was trading just like the old did. APP. Just like Planeteer did. Just like Shopify did. All these numbers that came out with earnings. Look at that. That looks cool pre-market. The different shade of color. My point is, Home Depot gave you the hint. 330 to 350 now. There's the chart. Okay, above all moving averages. God forbid they start to curl up. But what I'm saying is, and that's why I am not focused on the long-term moves of the market, is there's a place to go. So maybe Microsoft sells up. So sells off. They go into Home Depot with a lot of support here. And vice versa. Exxon. So maybe one day they sell off a bunch of technology stocks. This next Exxon, I can't believe I'm saying this. If it's possible, Exxon's coiled, way outperforming crude. Oh God, help me! What else are we doing? I could talk forever. I really could. I could be one of those people, like if you're older than if you're like a Generation Xers, And he watched all those shows at night, and the guy's got the microphone sitting there, and then he's got the phone, and then all the things light up, and he presses the button. Yeah, Mike V. That I could do that all day. All night long. Okay, great cook. See the plan? Plan. That's it. A high level chart with a high level plan. Even if you're wrong, it's going to deviate over time. Plans turn into experience. Fact. Even bad plans turn to experience. A bad plan is what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to drink 20 shots of tequila in an hour. That's a bad plan. You adjust. That's experience. Don't do it. 20 shots of tequila an hour. Okay, keep going. Real estate. Google, maybe it'll start here, Lewis. I get it. And you know what? I'm not going to talk Lewis out of a lot. Lewis has been on here and working with me actually before Surf's Up for some time. It's also one of our top brokers, especially coming to equity. So when Lewis looks, I listen. I'm serious. Google. And I'm glad he's not. I don't know, Lewis. That, you know what this tells me? This is what I think of now. And like I said, thank God I'm not short of capital, but this is going to take time. And you don't want to tie up a lot of capital on $160 stock. So do it lightly, do it on the way down. I'm certainly not going to talk you. Now this is starting to hit me. I'm certainly not going to talk you out of a stock coming to a gap at 158, as well as the 200-day. It's actually, the price action's poor, let's be honest. But from a proverbial mega cap stock investor breed, if the rotation turns around, I'm not going to talk you out of that. I'm not going to talk you out of that. Matter of fact, I'll keep my eye on. But right now, I don't. Let's go live. So I can hear myself in Dolby in surround sound. Dolby? Did I say Dolby? So I can hear myself in Dolby and nobody's chatting. Come on, Henry. Ask a question, Henry. I know you're there. Also, you know what? Let's look at this. Oh, Coach actually had a meeting this morning. He didn't do a video from what I understand. Now I have nothing to do after this. And normally I say go over after I'm done, I'm going to watch Coach's video, but he had a meeting. Yeah. This is our view. This is our post. We did this yesterday, Coach. No, 256 views yesterday. A lot of likes. Thank you for helping everybody. All right, let's get back to it. Anybody have any questions? Let's listen. What are we going to do from here? Look at this. The first thing I see. Soxel bullish. Starbucks bullish. November. 100 calls. Guys going for half a bone. Nike. Why not? Buy Nike on a dip. Oh, I took all the pain in that. I have some for the fun. I got filled with, what am I going to say? Would I buy it here? Yeah, I would. I think Nike goes to 82, 85. I really do. It's almost like a Google play. But Starbucks, they're going, and let's talk about what's going on now. Starbucks, November 100 calls. This guy, he's going out of the money. He's right. I would go like 80 calls. I think we talked to maybe this guy's going in. It's going to take some time. Build calls into it. You don't want to build this type of capital situation. You know what I mean? There's enough time for you to go out where the plan will work without the losing a lot of value, if you will. XLV, healthcare. What's about this? Banks at the highs. Very. I tried bidding for this last night. Planetier highs. Here we go. Planetiers. And it should be. You want to talk about relative strength? Suppose this was a gold stock. Listen, suppose this was a crude stock. Here's crude. Let's say. And let's say Planetier is a crude stock. Technology is not that strong. Here's Planetier. Would you buy it? Yeah. You would. Don't be, it's not so much, listen, it's difficult. Not going to lie. But it's not so much of where a chart has been, it's where it's going. I'm serious. It's tough to buy a stock that was 24, now 31. It did, but it does it. It's got it in it. Some stocks don't. Boom, there's it here. Gap up, keeps going. Gap up, keeps going. It's got it in it. Certain stocks have personalities. This is acting like she's certainly not a Gemini. I get persecuted. And a trader Gemini. Ugh. Lumen, Planeteer, very. I wanted this. This I wanted last night too. I looked at it at the close. It closed over the 50-day. I was bidding for it last night. Yet again, I'm hypocritical. It's a $3 stock, but I knew this would go up. I really did. I had a feeling this was going to go. It had all it wanted. Finished good last night. Let's go to yesterday's close. Hold on a second. Settings. Let's go back to the 9:30 open. Yeah. And it did gap. See this gap here? It printed 256 to 274. Someone wanted in. And then it pulled back a little bit after the close. I was bidding for it. You know what? I'll show you where. Let's go to this. Let's go to all orders, 820 orders, prior day. Here. Brilliant, Mike V. I actually did something right on this. This was last night. I wanted to buy 24,000 very 274. This was yesterday. By whatever. 270 I wanted it. All orders very, because I knew it wanted last night. 270. I missed it by like a penny. 270. What is it? Only 6,000 shares. Believe me, 6,000 would have led to 14,000. Very. VIX, Dow Jones at the high, ACB coiled again. I looked at the chart last night. ACB's coiled. It's good again. Not gonna lie. It's not my group. The other group's acting poor. I don't really like it. Tilray's $1.95. Everyone knows the cannabis sector is basically binary anyway. There's no trend to that. It's legal and it sells off and boom, that's it. It's not like it's a quarter. It's not like it's a DRAM or a quarter of a quarter. It's going up. Starbucks. There they go. This is it. Planet. This is all you need to know. Seriously, this last flash. It's it. Planeteer. Starbucks. Anything else? I'm sure Surf's up posted. Stocks in play with rain still. Surf, Onion, Nike, ALB, Nvidia, Shopify, Tesla bullish, Nvidia bullish. Tesla, guys going into January. It's going in for a 600,000. Not bad. All right, so you get it. Doesn't mean it's going to work. It's just over time. It's my job to tell you what's going on and to put the pieces together. Certainly, if Tesla's go. This NNE, I saw it. You can't keep buying this. This is a stock you keep buying like 1,000 shares at a time on the way down. Not like you buy 8 and you hold it and hope. But you buy a little, and then all of a sudden a beach ball happens. Doesn't look like a lot, but it is. 663 to 8. NU got earnings tonight. This is what they did to NU. I bet they did. NU had earnings, the payment provider, I believe. I bet you it did the dip and rip. Look at it. See that NU had earnings? They sold everybody out, the dip and the rip. 1236 at earnings. Now it's 1346 at the high. Now everybody that was selling it's buying it back. It's incredible. It's how things work. It's our job to trade them. Okay. For that, I'll leave it there because I'm out of breath. I'll try to do better the next time. The son of an athlete, too. Lewis's site. You're welcome, guys. Just ask. You know what I mean? We're going to get better. I'm telling you. We're getting better. We're going to get better at this. Amenities. And I know who's in there early. Everybody that's in there early is getting a ton of TradeView swag going up on me. Probably even free commissions. I'm not going to lie for a little bit. I turned to the brink of stock. I'm still in play, but too difficult. Oh, listen, it's pick your spots. It's very difficult to keep trading the same entity day. That's why I like stocks. It's not the same entity. You know what I mean? You're going to start micromanaging and stick to your plan, whether you're in the trade for long term or short term. If you're in it for the long term, don't look at it short term. Another couple of things I'm going to throw out there, honestly, and everybody here knows this. If you're watching every ticker, every move, you have too much on. Trust me, I've been doing this for almost 30 years. I didn't make it up. Earnings. It's starting to come to a close. Cisco, DLO, STNE. Actually, this light I want to watch. This is a sexy stock, this light. Guts. This Guts was actually been moving lately. That's been coming across. Guts. Anything? This light I like. I like this stock. It's like an emitter. Light. I believe it goes with OLED. Goes with FN, Fabrinet. All semi fabricators or whatever they call that type of thing. H, thanks for pointing. Thanks for posting. I'm getting less emotional too, I can see. That's a compliment because we've all been there. H, thanks. Okay. Mike V signing off at TradeGATEHub. Like I said, I'll try to do better the next time. We have the earnings list. We have the economic number out of the way. Listen, a lot of sentiment. You can go. Let me go finish here. Because I think it's almost a perfect amalgamation of sentiment and price action, to be honest with you here right now. Fear and greed is still almost pinned, I believe. Even though yesterday or put calls, I'll post them all later if good quote here. Look, the fear and greed was up here. I'll leave it there. All right. So everybody, like I said, I'll be here all day. And just trying to come up with a plan. I don't feel a lot. You know what I mean? I'm not, do I double IoT? Do I double down on this thing? I probably should. If I was short, I'd be nervous. How about ONOM after yesterday's earnings? I'm going to talk out loud. You want to sign off? Sign off. Cut me off if you want their crew in the background. Let's go over some charts. Let's go. Let's talk out loud. Let's see what's moving here. Actually, you know what? That would be good. I'll leave it there. Mike V signing off. Surfs up, team. Thank you very much. Cheers.